got the Director of Communications, Nigeria Football Federation, Ademola Olajire, joining us right now. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm very good, my sister. How are you?
I'm doing perfect. The Federation gave us a shocker at exactly 9:37 p.m. on Tuesday. When we heard that news, the recommendation from the technical department of the NFF, at the same time, the endorsement now from the NFF. Let's start with that. Why the choice of Sekou Eric Chelle?
Eric Sekou Chelle is a top coach, tactician, and he has been on the plate, in consideration for some time now. And having looked at the situation and the fact that we need, to get a substantive coach in place ahead of the World Cup qualifiers in March. There are 2 match days in March. The technical committee decided, that this must be dealt with quickly. And they met on the very second day of the new year and made their recommendation, which the executive committee has now approved, endorsed on Tuesday. So we have a head coach now. We have someone in charge, and of course, subsequently, in a matter of days, it will be unveiled with the assistants that will work with him, and the backroom staff, will also be unveiled. Of course, they're likely to be, the same backroom staff that have been with the team, to ensure continuity. So we have a head coach now. We're looking forward to both the African Nations Championship in East Africa, and of course the World Cup qualifiers in March. That's very, very key. They Rwanda away, and they'll come home to meet Zimbabwe.
All right, talking about that, we gathered that this contract will be on a short-term basis. How true is it, and how soon should we be expecting to see our new sheriff here in Nigeria?
Yeah, I am told that he will be here in a matter of days. I don't know exactly which day, but I also will say that yes, we're looking at not only the African Nations Championship, but of course the World Cup qualifiers. Of course, the World Cup qualifiers will be ending in October, but there is also the Africa Cup of Nations, the 35th Africa Cup of Nations, happening between December and January in Morocco. So it's a short-term contract, as you have said, and we are looking at it optimistically and in a very, very positive way that Mr. Chelle will be able to qualify the Super Eagles for the World Cup, and lead them to, a very, very significant outing at the Africa Cup of Nations.
Right, and right now you mentioned something about the backroom staff. I want to know how that will be constituted. Is it going to be a case of him bringing his own choice of assistants, or would he be working with some here in Nigeria, just like how we've seen the likes of Daniel Ogumodede and even Felix Emilechukwu doing so well with the Chan Eagles, and partially too with the Super Eagles?
Of course, Fidelis and Daniel, I believe, will be in the setup, but just like Mr. Pesero, the last expert grade coach that he had, was allowed to bring a couple of persons. I believe Mr. Chelle will also come with a couple of persons. That does not, obviate the fact that Mr. Ogumodede and Mr. Ilechukwu, have been doing very well, and also could be part of the setup.
They want to know if Chelle will be staying here in Nigeria, or he will be staying in his base, Switzerland, and coming in when there is a match of few weeks to a major fixture or game for Super Eagles.
Thank you, Blessing. We have a very serious business at hand. The World Cup qualifiers, just about 3 weeks after the African Nations Championship. Mr. Chelle has no time to go and stay somewhere else. He has to be here to do the tour. There's a lot of work to be done here. After the Chan, we in Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda, we will hope that we'll be able to see the homeboys and pick those that will be very useful for him in the World Cup qualifiers. He has just a couple of weeks to prepare for the World Cup qualifiers. So there's no time to gallivant anywhere. It has to prepare, do the work and get ready for the matches against Rwanda and Zimbabwe.
We know that the draws for Chelle will be coming up next week, Wednesday, to be precise, January 15th. We know how long it took Super Eagles B to qualify for this particular edition. What kind of group are you looking at to see, or would you like to see our own team fall into?
It's not in our hands. I know that, because we have 3 host nations, and we're going to be having, I think, 4 groups. So it's unlikely that we'll be seeded. And also having missed the tournament for 6 years now. So whatever kind of group comes up, we take it. But I have confidence in this team, the team that defeated Ghana. It's a team that you can, bank on, you can depend on, to produce the result. The way they scored 3 goals against the Black Galaxies of Ghana in just 6 minutes in Uyo was very impressive, and I believe they can, turn up. Not only did they score those goals, they were all over the place, passing, catching up with the balls, doing endless running, and I think that's the hallmark of a team, that can get you results.
I want to say a big thank you to you for making our time to be on Sports Cafe today.
Thank you very much, Blessing. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you and Silverbird are doing for Nigerian football.